If I look at 2026 in terms of overall outlook of the real estate industry, the specific sector that we focus on are sale and leaseback transactions. And those are primarily used by businesses to raise capital. That could be for new business initiatives, that could be to reduce debt, that could be for a host of other reasons as well. And I think within that particular subspace or niche, if you want to call it, of the real estate world, I think the outlook for 2026 is actually pretty strong. We've seen a lot of corporates have the desire to invest, have the need to invest, and based upon the development of interest rates, based upon the development of alternative sources of capital, we see a lot of businesses now being increasingly interested in utilizing their own real estate as a source of funding for their business. So my outlook for 2026 is positive, and that's, I'd say, also backed up by our deal pipeline, which is shaping up very nicely already for the next year, but also the amount of investment activity that has been building up during the course of this year already. Today, actually, we announced the closing of a sale and leaseback that had actually a very, very typical type of transaction for us. It was multi-jurisdictional, so with 3 countries, so UK, Czech Republic, and Slovakia. It's a nice portfolio by a private equity-backed food manufacturer. It's multiple assets, multiple countries, quite a complex deal. But that is actually something that is very typical for the type of transactions that we focus on, where we try to operate in a space that is somewhat less crowded, where there tends to be some more complexity surrounding maybe the business that needs to be understood, or from a real estate perspective, there needs to be greater focus on the actual importance, or as we call it, the mission criticality of the properties to the tenant. So where real estate obviously functionally is a key part of the transaction, but it plays part within the bigger context of what a company wants to achieve and their capital raising initiatives or what else it might be. It's a really fascinating point actually to think about contextually of what we do. The sale and leaseback as a business model, it is exceptionally portable. So the actual specific geography, of course it matters. The location of the building, of course it matters. In real estate, people like to say location, location, location. Whereas in the sale and leaseback world, I'd like to think more like credit, credit, credit. But that's a side story. The deal in itself, again, is a form of capital raising, is a transaction where the real estate is a critical piece of it, but it's not the be-all and end-all of the deal in itself. We do allocate on a pan-European basis. We also have investment across North America and other jurisdictions. In fact, we have investment in 25 different countries. At a certain level, we're quite agnostic to the country in itself. Of course, it factors in the underwriting, it factors in the analysis of the deal, of the pricing of the deal, but we're very open on where we actually invest because the business model itself is just so portable.